Hello friends, good morning to all. Welcome to your favorite channel Krishna sir. Today we will discuss about some important scientific instruments and their use. At first, we will discuss about altimeter. Altimeter is an instrument which is used to measure the altitudes and it is generally used in aircrafts. Second, ammeter. Ammeter is used to measure the strength of electric current, and the strength of electric current is measured in ampere. Next, audiometer. Audiometer is an instrument which is used to measure the intensity of sound. Next, barometer. Barometer is generally used to measure the atmospheric pressure. Next, binocular, and it is also called binocular. It is used to view distant objects. That means if any object is at a far distance from us, then we can use the binocular to view that distant object. Next, Buret. Buret is an instrument which is used to deliver any required volume of liquid up to its maximum capacity. Then calorimeter. Calorimeter is an instrument which is used to measure the quantity of heat. Then cardiogram. Cardiogram is an instrument which is used to trace the movements of the heart, and the movement of heart is recorded on a cardiograph. Cardiograph is generally is of X-ray type, and here the movement of heart is recorded. Then we will go for cinematography. Cinematography is a major instrument which is used in cinema making to throw on screen and enlarged image of photograph. It is generally used for throw on screen and enlarged image of photograph. Then we will go for dynamo. Dynamo is an instrument which has the capacity to convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy. Next, dynamometer. Dynamometer is an instrument which is used to measure the electrical power. Then electrometer. Electrometer is an instrument which is used to measure the electricity. Electroscope. Electroscope is an instrument which is used to detect the presence of an electric charge. And then endoscope. Endoscope is an instrument which examines the internal parts of the body. Doctor generally advises to go for endoscopy to examine the internal parts of the body. And then we will go for pathometer. Pathometer is an instrument which is used to measure the depth of ocean. If we want to know about the depth of any ocean, then we can use pathometer. Then galvanometer. Galvanometer is an instrument which is used to measure the electric current of low magnitude. Then hydrometer. Hydrometer generally measures the specific gravity of liquids. Then hygrometer. It measures the humidity in air. We have to remember carefully about the function of hydrometer and hygrometer. Hydrometer is an instrument which is used to measure the specific gravity of liquids. But hygrometer is an instrument which is used to measure the humidity in air. Then hydrophone. Hydrophone generally used to measure sound under water. If we want to measure the sound underwater, then there we can use the instrument hydrophone. Then we will go for lactometer. Lactometer determines the purity of milk. If we want to check the purity of milk, here we can use the instrument lactometer. Then manometer. Manometer is an instrument which is used to measure the pressure of gas. Actually, if we want to know about the pressure of gas, then there we can use manometer. Then mariner's compass or mariner's compass. It is an instrument used by the sailors to determine the direction. Actually, while we sail on any water body, we should have the instrument mariner's compass to determine the direction, to determine the right direction. Here we can use the mariner's compass instrument. And then microphone. Microphone is an instrument which is used to convert the sound wave into electrical vibration and to magnify the sound. Actually, it converts the sound waves into electrical vibration, then it magnifies the sound. After that, we hear that sound. Then, microscope. Generally, microscope is used to obtain magnified view of small objects. Actually, some objects in our survival world are so small that we can we cannot see. By using our naked eyes. Here we can use microscope. Then we will go for odometer. Actually, the instrument odometer is used to measure the distance covered by wheeled vehicles in. Actually, the vehicles used by us, like cars, bikes, and trucks, etc., there is a meter which generally detects how much distance we have traveled. That instrument is odometer. Then we will go for phonograph. Phonograph actually a instrument which is used to producing sound. Phonograph producing sound. Then photometer. Photometer is an instrument which is used to compare the luminous intensity of the source of light. Photometer. Then periscope. Periscope is an instrument which is used to view objects above sea level. Actually used in submarine. Then we will go for radar. Radar is an instrument which is used for detecting the direction and range of an approaching plane by means of radio microwaves. Then radiometer. Radiometer generally measures the emission of radiant energy. Then screw gauge. Screw gauge actually very important. It is used to measure thickness of a thin glass plate and diameter of a thin wire or a small sphere. Actually, it is used to measure the thickness and diameter of very thin particles. Then, seismograph. It measures the intensity of earthquake shocks. Seismograph is generally used to measure the intensity of earthquake shocks. Then Salinometer. Salinometer is an instrument which is used to determine the salinity of solution. Actually, if we have a solution and that is saline in nature, saline means there is some salt, then we can detect how much salt is present in that solution. That means the salinity of the solution is determined by using. Yes, actually, salinometer is used to determine the salinity of solution. Then sonometer. Sonometer is generally used to measure the frequency of a tuning fork. This is important. Then spectrometer. Spectrometer is an instrument for measuring the energy distribution of a particular type of radiation. Then speedometer. In our vehicles, we can also find another meter which is speedometer. Actually, when we accelerate our vehicles, the speedometer shows high speed, and when we decrease our speed, then it shows low speed. So speedometer is an instrument is placed in vehicle to record its speed. Actually, it shows us in how much speed we are traveling. Then Manometer. It is general or it is normal in our day-to-day life because it measures the blood pressure of human being, to measure the systolic and diastolic pressure of human body. The instrument sphygmomanometer is used. Then spherometer. Spherometer measures the curvatures of a surfaces. Then stereoscope. Stereoscope is used to view two-dimensional pictures. Then stethoscope. Stethoscope actually we have seen from our childhood when we go for our treatment. The doctor uses stethoscope to hear and analyze the heart and lung sound. Actually, it is used to generally stethoscope is used by doctors. And why it is used? It is used to hear and analyze the heart and lung sounds. Then stroboscope. Stroboscope is used to view rapidly moving objects. If an object is moving rapidly, that means with a high speed, then we can use stroboscope to see that rapidly moving object. Then tachometer. Tachometer is an instrument which is used in measuring speeds of aeroplanes and motor boats. Then telescope. Telescope is used to view distant objects in the space. Then thermometer. Thermometer also is general to us. It is used to measure the temperature. Then thermostat. Actually, thermostat also related to measurement of temperature. It generally regulates the temperature at a particular point. Then voltmeter. Voltmeter is an instrument which is used to measure the electric potential difference between 2 points. Then Vernier calipers. Vernier calipers are used to measure lengths accurately. Actually, whether it is small or it is large, Vernier caliper can measure the length accurately. These were the major scientific instruments that we need in our life, and in the view of exam point, these instruments are very important. So we have to remember these instruments and their functions. If this video is beneficial for you, then subscribe the channel to get the latest information about different recruitment and latest informations about the science and technology, and also about various data. Okay.